Hello, my friends. How are you all? Today is 6th of June, and now it is 12:30 p.m. So, I told you many times that I love very much the book The House on Mango Street, written by Sandra Cisneros. I don't know, I have read it so many times, but still, every time it's a first time. And the characters, they are so gorgeous, so radiant, so vibrant, and so humanly that I feel that I just can't just avoid them, and they just haunt me even in my dream. So today I'm just going to read about a character. Her name is Sally. But let me just give a little description about Sally so that you just understand well. As I told you, it's the whole world is seen by the eyes of Esperanza, who is a 13 years old girl. So this is the time when Esperanza is becoming an adolescent. So when Esperanza begins desiring boys, which is very normal at that age, so she seeks out a friend named Sally, whom boys find very desirable. And Sally seems to be beautiful and cruel, like the women Esperanza admires in movies. So she leans against the fence at school and doesn't talk to anyone. So rumors about Sally's promiscuity circulate, but Esperanza doesn't believe them. Instead, she thinks of Sally as a very kindred spirit, someone who also spends her time dreaming of escaping the neighborhood. Sally, however, is not interested only in driving boys crazy and then laughing them away, as the women in the movie does. So instead, she follows through with the sexual acts that her male peers initiate. Sally's sexual exploits make Esperanza uncomfortable, since at this point Esperanza is just interested in sex only abstractly, because she is a little girl. She doesn't have any real world picture about sex. It's all in from her reading different stories or watching movies, so forth. So eventually this discomfort becomes extreme, and Sally ends up putting Esperanza in really a physical danger. And traumatized by her assault and heartbroken that Sally's negligence was a factor in that assault, Esperanza's understanding of her friend and of woman's sexuality basically changes dramatically. And she realized that by following in Sally's footsteps, she has tried to mature too quickly, untimely. So there was no need for me to just give you the secret of this chapter, but since I'm just not reading the whole book, but picking up here and there, so it may be inconvenient for many listeners. That's why I just gave a nutshell of the character, which I'm just going to read from the book. Thank you very much, and if you like, please comment, share your views. I would be very, very, very grateful for that. So let's begin with the story, the chapter, Sally. Sally is the girl with eyes like Egypt and nylons the color of smoke. The boys at school think she is beautiful because her hair is shiny black, like raven's feathers, and when she laughs, she flicks her hair back like a satin shawl over her shoulders and laughs. Her father says to be, "This beautiful is trouble." They are very strict in his religion. They are not supposed to dance. He remembers his sisters and it's sad. Then she can't go out. Sally, I mean. Sally, who taught you to paint your eyes like Cleopatra, and if I roll the little brush with my tongue and chew it to a point and dip it in the muddy cake, the one in the little red box, will you teach me? I like your black coat and those shoes you wear. Where did you get them? My mother says to wear black so young is dangerous, but I want to buy shoes just like yours. Like your black ones made out of suede, just like those. And one day, when my mother's in a good mood, Maybe after my next birthday, I am going to ask to buy the nylons too. Cheryl, who is not your friend anymore, not since last Tuesday before Easter, not since the day you made her ear bleed, not since she called you that name and beat a hole in your arm and you looked as if you were going to cry and everyone was waiting and you didn't. You didn't, Sally. Not since then you don't have a best friend to lean against the schoolyard fence with, to laugh behind your hands at what the boys say. There is no one to lend you her hairbrush. The stories the boys tell in the courtroom, they are not true. You lean against the schoolyard fence alone with your eyes closed as if no one was watching, as if no one could see you standing there, Sally. What do you think about when you close your eyes like that? And why do you always have to go straight home after school? You become a different Sally. You pull your skirt straight. You rub the blue paint off your eyelids. You don't laugh, Sally. You look at your feet and walk fast to the house you can't come out from. Sally, do you sometimes wish you did not have to go home? Do you wish your feet would one day keep walking and take you far away from Mango Street? Far away, and maybe your feet would stop in front of a house, a nice one, with flowers and big windows and steps for you to climb up 2 by 2 upstairs to where a room is waiting for you. And if you opened the little window latch and gave it a shove, the windows would swing open. All the sky would come in. There would be no nosy neighbors watching, no motorcycles and cars, no sheets and towels and laundry, only trees and more trees and plenty of blue sky. And you could laugh, Sally. You could go to sleep and wake up and never have to think who likes and doesn't like you. You could close your eyes and you wouldn't have to worry what people said because you never belonged here anyway and nobody could make you sad and nobody would think you are strange because you like to dream and dream. And no one could yell at you if they saw you out in the dark, leaning against a car, leaning against somebody without someone thinking you are bad, without somebody saying it is wrong, without the whole world waiting for you to make a mistake when all you wanted, Sally, was to love. And to love, and to love, and to love, and no one could call that crazy.